Conversation. Today we have our special guest, Mone Jones. How you doing today, Mone?
What up, though? What up, though? What's going on?
Good. So why don't you start off by telling me about yourself?
The good old tell you about yourself question. My name is Timon, but over the years I've gotten the name of Mone Jones. So it's so funny about how the name came about, but I'll say that for another time because that'll be a 20-minute conversation itself. So yeah, it's almost like Mone Jones is like just a one-worded name. 42 years old, product of the East Side Detroit. I am DPS, Kettering High School, Van Dyke, for life. I'm an East Side rider forever. No
East
matter
Side
where I'm
Riders?
at. No matter where I'm at in the world. It's all about the East Side. So, in a nutshell, that's it. I'm the oldest of four or five siblings. I don't know how many I got. I got three sisters, one brother. So add that up. But in a nutshell, yeah, that's pretty much that's who I am, man. Just a hard worker, East Sider.
Okay. So the first thing we're gonna start off talking about is the Flow Vodka. So this is Flow Vodka. So tell me a little bit about that.
Whoa, man. This is it right here. It's, you just look at it and it just makes you feel. It's just like you think about liquor, think about other various brands. You just normally see a bottle.
Right.
You look at this. This is more than just a bottle.
Presentation is great.
This is a lifestyle. So I'll take a look at that. It's like the exclusiveness, the VIP feel that it gives you. Like this is not. That's Flow in a nutshell.
Right.
But
right.
Flow was founded in 2012 by a great friend of mine, Jacques Evans, out of Cleveland, Ohio. And pretty much it took like 2 years. It took 2 years to put this product together, like from the inception of the whole process.
Okay.
It took 2 years. So 2014 is when we actually first started distributing in Ohio, its first batch. So that's kind of like the backstory of how Flow came about. Flow just got to Michigan late 2018, and I've been the spearhead person behind this whole Michigan market. So here we go, fast forward to 2020 to where we are right now, and it's kind of like, Flow isn't yet a household name, but a lot of people are starting to recognize Flow.
Okay.
So, yeah, like.
Does it come in flavors as well?
Yes, we come in 2 flavors. If you ever see this bottle out, this is the unflavored regular vodka, just traditional vodka. There's so many different brands of vodka out, and vodka is made with so many different so many different ways to make vodka. So this is a corn vodka.
Okay.
Unlike some other vodkas, you got potato vodkas, you got rice vodkas. So this is a corn vodka, making it gluten free.
Okay.
Our other brand is pink grapefruit dragon fruit. So it's kind of like you pair those two, and you get it. It's an amazing experience if you've ever had the pink grapefruit, the pink bottles. And there's no sugar added. So it's like
that's good.
It's the natural taste of the fruit
from the grapes and stuff.
From the grapefruit and from the dragon fruit. So it's like anybody who's tasted it, they can attest to it, and the joys of it in all seriousness, like when drinking, like we develop Flow because it's like we want to figure out what can you drink and not have that horrible feeling the next day. So it was like the process and everything that went into that was like, the trial and error part is crazy because it's like, man, you got to figure out where it's at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So and do a lot of tasting.
Yeah, and the real test is what I feel like in the morning. So you can literally drink a whole bottle of Flow and wake up the next day and not have no stupid headache, don't feel like crap, I mean, I'm talking about can go and be on the go. So that's that's one of the things that we really pride ourselves on with with when it comes to Flow Vodka.
Now, is it carried in most of the stores, or is it only in certain stores?
It's in certain stores.
Okay.
If you was to have it in every store, it's almost like I wanted to create an exclusiveness to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you can't just go down the street and grab it. You're gonna have to, if you really want it, because one thing we know is that when you want something, you're gonna do whatever you got to do to get it.
Mm-hmm.
So every restaurant, every bar, every store isn't going to have it. And what that does is, like I said, gives an exclusive feel to it because you gotta go, above and beyond to go get it. So it's just like you can pretty much be in any corner and go to a Chrysler dealership, but you can't be in any corner and go to a Ferrari dealership, or you can't just go to a BMW dealership down the street. You know what I'm saying? So, we like to we refer to ourselves as the caviar of vodkas.
Okay. So what would you say within a trial and error period, besides the tasting and everything, was most challenging?
Most challenging is distribution.
Okay.
Like the state of Michigan, like the state of Michigan, and understanding the laws, because every state laws are different.
Okay.
We currently have distribution in 7 states: New York, New Jersey, Florida, Ohio, of course, Michigan, of course, Wisconsin, Nevada, and California. Every state manages and do liquor differently. So you got to understand and learn these laws and what you can do. A lot of things that they can't do in Ohio, we can do here. So it's like, but along the way, it's a learning process. You know what I mean? So
give me an example of one of the things like you can't do. Is it like certain? It can't be
a
a certain
example.
proof. It can't be
no.
this or that. Like
I mean,
what?
well, no, because like the proof aspect of it is kind of like a part of the makeup of what it is.
Okay.
Right? Like, let's take wine, for example.
Okay.
You'll never have a wine with 80 proof. It's not wine. It's no longer wine.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but let me just kind of touch on what you were talking about in regards to the things that... So let's take Ohio for an example. Like, when you do a tasting there, they can't just give you, like... Here, you go into a store, if they have doing a liquor promo, they're doing a tasting, you just get a sample.
Right.
So in Ohio, you actually have to pay for that sample. Like, you have to pay $1 or something. Like, they can't. Their law says they can't give you free liquor. So you have to, you know what I mean, a quarter. If you want whatever the case is. Whereas here in Michigan, that's not the case. Now on the flip side, we're only as a brand, we're only allowed to do 3 samples per month.
Okay.
Whereas other states may not be limited.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, those are the challenges. The challenges is learning and understanding and knowing how to navigate differently through each state.
Okay. Now, regarding the entertainment scene, is Flow available at certain clubs and bars?
Yes. We're definitely working our way and being in the hot spots.
Okay.
Being in like the those spots where the movers and shakers are. Because Flow Vodka very well deserves to be next to a bottle of Ace of Spades per se. But as of right now, like Ray's Boom Boom Room, shout out to the Cane.
Okay.
That's over at Ray's Boom Boom Room. It's at Mix downtown Detroit, Mix Bricktown.
Okay.
You can also find it at They Say, even though They Say is not a club per se, but it's at They Say.
Is it at the downtown location or the Harper Woods?
The downtown location. Like, I started out there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna eventually do some things over at the Harper Woods location.
Okay.
We're in Snookers in Livonia.
Okay.
So we're there in Snookers. We just got in Snookers as of last week. So y'all checking this out. Please go by Snookers. Snookers got the best happy hour. You can get Flow at Snookers during happy hour Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And this only costs $5.25 per drink at Snookers. So definitely want to give them a shout out because Snookers. I sat and had a meeting with them last week and they loved it. My next meeting, well, not meeting, but coming to Sloppy Chops. My West Side people, what's up?
Okay.
We're gonna be at Sloppy Chops, so we're gonna do a big partnership with them. Also at Great Lakes on 7 Mile and near Southfield Freeway. We at Great Lakes Bar and Grill. Over at Toyas. It's called? The Bistro.
Okay.
Bistro on 6 Mile over at Toyas. So like I said, we're not in every spot. On the east side, out in the Bluefin Echelon.
Okay.
We're at Club Echelon. So shout out to Echelon because they're always looking for ways to help move it. But I say we're definitely on the scene.
You said the Blues Cafe too, right?
Oh yeah, Blues Cafe. So Bobby, yeah. So we're at the Blues Cafe as well. So,
Okay. So how do you get it into like the MGM, the downtown, the casinos? And stuff?
It's just a matter of having to sit down,
meeting
having
with
a
the
meeting.
minds.
Yeah,
Okay.
meeting with the minds. Doing a big event this upcoming Thursday. Who's Who of Black Detroit,
Okay.
being given by Real Times Media,
Okay.
the Michigan Chronicle, and Flow Vodka will be the signature signature cocktail for that event.
Okay.
And
That's
so
this
like
Thursday?
that's just
Okay.
Thursday.
Tickets still for sale?
Actually, the event is sold out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Awesome.
it's going to be honoring the movers and shakers of the city of Detroit,
Okay.
and Flow Vodka will be right there in the mix. So it's just a matter of as people begin to become much more familiar with the brand, as they begin to like I said, see it, and just a matter of me just taking time out and sitting down and having meetings, So I'm gonna go down to the casinos and sit with the beverage director. I had a meeting recently with the DoubleTree downtown with their beverage director. So, Flow is definitely going to be popping up, and I'm looking forward to the summer because we're gonna put together some dope events. We're partnering up with the Chucks versus Adidas.
Okay.
So we'll do a real big thing with.
It's always a big turnout.
Yeah, the Chucks versus Adidas crew down at Hart Plaza.
Mm-hmm.
Flow Vodka is definitely going to be a part of that experience. So yes, absolutely.
Now, do you want it to be available in the strip clubs as well?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
They popping bottles, they drinking.
Yeah.
You definitely Flow is. We're not going to discriminate where we are. However, Flow is an experience.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that whomever is consuming it, they're partaking in the experience.
Okay. It's a great marketing tactic.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you said there's 3 tastings per year.
No, per month.
Per month. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When is the next one?
My next tasting is this upcoming Friday. That is February 28th.
Okay.
On Gratiot and Shane. I think that store is called Motor City Liquor.
Okay.
But it's like going towards the downtown, going towards downtown. It's the only liquor store that's right there, Shane and Gratiot.
What time?
So 4 to 6.
Okay.
So catch me, Shane
4 to
and Gratiot,
6.
4 to 6. And yeah, I'm gonna be giving out samples, doing some tastings, and allowing people to.
We have both the
Yes.
for one
Yep.
as well.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So, how do you feel about the entertainment scene here in Detroit? You see that it's really picked up since downtown has been renovated and things of that nature. You like it?
That's a trick question.
Okay.
Because the way I partied 20 years ago, I'm not partying the same way
Right.
now. And I would like to think that a lot of people that's a lot of my compadres and my peers probably feel the same way. Like we don't, like those days of the network and other various places where we hung out at back in those days. So it's like it's time for the kids or the younger generation for them to hang out and party. So when I thinking about what the scene is for someone my age, it's definitely a fair share of things to do.
Mm-hmm.
However, I do think it's as crazy as it sounds, but it's the truth. Detroit lacks culture. When you go out of town to different other major cities like the Houstons, the Dallas, the Atlantas, DCs, it's like the things that they have, for like the working class or people like our age, it's like Detroit lack that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you could pretty much only name like 2 or 3 places like on a weekend for a person that's 35 and up want to go hang out at.
Floods.
Depends on what side of town they're on. You're like, man, you go to Floods. You in Southfield, you go to Duos. You on the east side, you go to Ray's Boom Boom. I go to the Blues Cafe. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's pretty much like we have those.
And then you can try to send the same people.
Yeah, you literally have a handful of things, places where you can go and do. Whereas again, like I can name quite a few spots to hit in Houston that you go and be like, man, who is these people? You know what I mean? Like if I lived there,
right?
Just because of it's just always a different look, something different going on. But it is what it is. It's Detroit, so.
Okay. So, tell me about your Detroit Takeover event.
Oh man, Detroit Takeover. That event right there, that's my baby. A lot of Detroiters definitely are not up on it. However, I do like to tell people, like, although I definitely want the city to know a lot more about it, it's almost like it's really not for them.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Because it's the Detroit Takeover. It's literally like people from all over the country comes here for the weekend to hang out.
Right.
However, I will want the city to be more a part of it, to see or to get that experience. Everything that I kind of involve myself with or surround myself with is all about an experience. Like I'm always trying to create an experience. Detroit people, we always run out of town, but nobody run in town. So I created a weekend event that have people to run into the town. So it's based out of downtown Detroit. I give them a solid 6 events from.
So you have agenda set up.
This is well planned out, well ran. I mean, you got 6 great events from Friday afternoon all the way up until Sunday night.
What month is this?
It's this year it's August 21st through the 23rd. You get a chance, check out my website, DetroitTakeover.com. You have a little bit more information on there. The weekend pass, because there is no admission for certain events. You have to pretty much get a weekend pass. We normally may have like a public event, but for the most part, we try to keep it private.
Okay.
Keep it private. And it's like for $99.
Okay.
And I think the retail prices end up being like $125 for a weekend pass. But it's like when you think about it, anywhere in Detroit when you go out, a person could easily spend $100 in one night, and you just been at one bar. Whereas I'm gonna give you a whole weekend experience for the price that you will spend in one night.
Right.
So yeah,
that's
like
awesome.
I said,
that's
the Detroit Takeover. The responses I've gotten back from people that has attended this is our 5th year this year, so we're gonna do something real big. But the responses I've gotten for people that has attended it, their response has pretty much been like, I've never felt like I was out of town in my own city.
All right.
So like that's the experience you give them. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the things we just kind of touched on, and what is the biggest draw is you're partying with people that you've never seen in your life. So now that gives a whole different feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now you walking from this place to you're doing things you normally wouldn't do at home. And it makes you feel like damn, I forgot I was in the D.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like we got a hotel that we have.
It's a whole other vibe.
It's a whole other vibe with a guest at. Last year we took over. Our meet and greet was downtown at the park, right outside the PV Lounge. So I had got permits from the city to have an event there. So it was like, just think about it. Like people like they came downtown, and we had a DJ. We had stuff set up, and it was a meet and greet at the park in the middle of downtown. Where does that happen at? That's type of stuff you'll go out of town and be like, man, I came out of my hotel room. They was having a party. It was all black people. Right. Like, so I'm creating those. Like I'm creating that. The out of town experience. I'm creating the culture. I'm expanding the culture. I'm giving us something that we've never had. So, definitely please, for more information, go to DetroitTakeover.com because it is well worth
I'll be there
worth the experience that you're going to get. Mm-hmm. And we ain't even going to talk about the cookout that we have the final day of it. Free food, free drinks, and of course, it's gonna be plenty flow going around. Flow is definitely always our sponsor. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be the move.
Alrighty. So give your social media tags for me.
First things first, please follow me on Instagram at Mone Jones, MoneJones 313, Mone Jones 313. Also follow the business at Flow Vodka, FLOHVODKA. That's the Instagram. Follow the hashtag Be the Flow. Don't go with the flow, be the flow. And lastly, I'm maxed out on friends on Facebook, but you can always slide through my Facebook page. Pretty much everything is wide open, and that's Mone Jones on Facebook.
Okay. And again, you can follow me at Electric Elevation on Instagram, at Electric Elevation on Facebook, and then on YouTube, Electric Elevation Podcast. Peace. And don't forget, Detroit Takeover in August. Get your Flow Vodka wherever you see it at. And then again, he's having a tasting on Friday, right?
This Friday. Yeah, I'm doing a tasting this Friday.
From 4 to 6.
4 to 6. Gratiot Avenue, right at Shane. You can't miss it, man. If you've never had Flow. More importantly, if you are a connoisseur, a lover of vodka, of great vodka, like I always tell people this: give me an opportunity to prove you wrong. Let me show you that this is not good, and I assure you, you'll walk away knowing it's all about the flow.
So with confidence like that, it's got to be all that.
I'll let it speak for itself. More importantly, everybody who's watching this, if you drink, you go to the bar and you buy drinks and you drink the liquor of people that do not look like you.
Ooh.
And start. No, I like to say, appreciate a person with the same hue as yours, that has a product that's just as good, if not better, than what you've been putting in your body. Flow Vodka.
And it's sugar free.
All right. FlowVodka.com. Go to the website.
I need to be getting a check.
Check it out. Please believe that. In a minute, checks going to start rolling in.
Flow Vodka. All right. Peace.